What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Start Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So, I have a special video for you. I just actually pulled the trigger on this one. This is a cheap dividend stock to buy that's less than $10. It's a high yield dividend stock. I'm going to do a stock analysis and dividend analysis video on it. This is going on my M1 Finance portfolio. My goals are 100 plus shares in this one. It's cheap. I really like this one. And again, I apologize. I don't know what happened with the processing error, but it showed the full video. I wanted to do a speed run on Microsoft with that acquisition of Activision Blizzard, and Microsoft stock is a really hot dividend stock to buy. So I just wanted to go over that with you guys yesterday. But this one should be okay. I want to go over this one individually and in detail, and this is why I'm buying it. So let's check this stock out right now. And that stock is Corecivic. This is a real estate investment trust that is sitting at $9.91, and it's not doing too well against the S&P. It took a little bit of a hit, and I'm capitalizing on the dip. I'm actually throwing money in on Monday in M1 Finance. It's a high yield dividend stock. And I'm going to go over the nitty and gritty with this. This is why I'm doing a special video just on this stock, because I really like it. Its previous close was 1020. Day range was 978 to 1020. Its year range was 681 to 1235. The market cap is 1.19 billion US dollars. The volume was 789.55K. So I'll go over its dividend, and I'll go over these guys as a real estate investment trust. So CXW, Corecivic, is a diversified government solutions company with the scale and experience needed to solve tough government challenges in cost-effective ways. We provide a broad range of solutions to government partners that save the public good through high-quality corrections and detention management, innovative and cost-saving real estate solutions, and growing network of residential and non-residential alternatives to incarceration to help address America's crisis. So, we are the nation's largest owner and partnership correctional, detentional, and residential re-entry facilities, and believe that we are the largest private owner of the real estate used by government agencies. Corecivic has been a flexible and dependable partner for government for more than 35 years. Our employers are driven by a deep sense of service, high standards of professionalism, and responsibility to better the public good. So, this is the big thing. They're a corrections facility. So we'll go over their locations and their properties. They have new real estate projects. So they have decades of experience in the design, construction, and financing of government real estate projects, saving time and resources for their partners. Lease only option. With our lease only option, we can provide a ready facility and assume all maintenance while the partner manages daily operations, providing maximum flexibility. So here's a few things. Let's look at their facilities. They have a lot of facilities. So this makes these guys attractive, and they're dropping in price per share, which make them very attractive. And I'm going to go over the nitty and gritty a little bit with these guys in detail, but I really like the way things are going, and I am loading up. They have 113 facilities, and they're expanding. You could just see the way they're expanding. So here's an example of what they have. Northeast Ohio Correctional Center. Northeast Ohio Correctional Center in Youngstown. There's another one in Youngstown. That's my state, Ohio. Leavenworth Detention Center. So the unfortunate thing is, I'm going to be honest with you. Here's again, Residential Reentry Center. I'm not trying to get political, but the value of the family and family values has gone down, and there's a rise in mental health, and it's terrible. And if there's not stable families, I mean, the divorce rate is off the chain right now. I mean, I'm going to make sure I find the right person. I'm really, being 36, I'm patient, okay? Because, divorces are terrible, or separations. It affects the kids. And then, there have been research studies out there that you don't have a stable family structure, a good father, bad things can happen. Obviously, in the future, when I become a father, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen and, start this terrible cycle. But since this is going on, okay, there's going to be, crime is terrible now. The big cities, Chicago, New York, they're out of control. And there's going to be a need for mental health in more facilities. Again, this is not financial advice for entertainment purposes only, disclaimer in the description. But I'm seeing as a nurse, people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s with alcohol abuse, mental health issues, suicidal ideations, just very violent people. And unfortunately, it's just they need help. They do need help. And it's terrible to say that the terrible cycle that happens. It just trickles down. And you don't want that to happen, but that there's a rise in that. And this is why looking at some research that's out there, that I'm targeting this type of stock. So I will go over its revenue and its payout ratio, which is very important. And then I'll go over its dividend history. Okay, so this is in millions of US dollars. Okay, 1,646, 1,793, 1,849, 1,765, 1,835, 1,980, 1,905. They're seeing slow trends of an increase. You can blame the pandemic right here, okay? You're seeing an increase over time with these guys. Sure, 2017 was a hit in 2018, but big deal. Their revenue is increasing. So that's one thing that's very attractive. And what I told you, it's very sad to say what's going on, but you're seeing the trends with crime. It's just morality is just not there anymore. It's just very sad. And the payout ratio with these guys is somewhat of something that you need to keep an eye on. But it looks promising. So I'm on Morningstar right now. So this is what's going on. The dividend yield, it is a high yield dividend stock, and the dip is there. So you're seeing just some trends. Okay, the payout ratio right here in 2020, it was high 2018 and then 2019. Then 2020, the yield was a little bit of obviously it was a high yield dividend stock because of what happened with the pandemic. But the payout ratio is not bad, okay? But there was a dividend decrease, obviously. I'll go over a little bit of their financials because FFO is important. So here's a few things that you need to keep an eye on. Corecivic's FFO per share for the 3 months ended September 2021, it was 57 cents. Corecivic's FFO per share in the trailing 12 months ended September 2021 was 55 cents. So there's a few things that are the trends and everything. I will go over the dividend history. This is a high yield dividend stock. Now I'm using this one. I'm not expecting huge dividend growth over the long term. I'm going to buy it. I'm expecting a certain rate of dividends, which is very attractive, and it's a cheap dividend stock. And again, with a real estate investment trust, 90% of what they make goes back to us as investors. That's the rule of a real estate investment trust. That is the rule of a business development company. So I went a little bit into the nitty and gritty. The revenue, okay, it's slowly going up. The FFO is taking a little bit of a hit. The price per share is down. Okay, it's not. This is one just to buy and just buy more. It's kind of like qyld, ryld, and xyld. You're not going to get a huge dividend hike. Now, there was one crazy thing with qyld, like it hit 45 cents, but you're not going to see that often. So I'm going to go over their dividend history with Corecivic. So here's the dividend trends of CXW or Corecivic. It is sitting at 48 cents in 2013, 51 cents, then 54 cents, then 42 cents, then 43, then 44. So it has been increasing its dividend. It's sitting at $9.87. So I know a lot of people ask me if I had $10,000 when I put it in it. No, because one, it hasn't jumped up a lot. Is it a completely safe and stable dividend? I'm going to say not completely, okay? But it's so cheap right now since the pandemic hit They are backed up. I mean, like I said, with summing up everything, with mental health and all this being in demand, and it's always good to diversify your real estate investment trust portfolio. So this is a risk stock. I'm going to buy it and probably hold it for a long time. The trends, again, 48 cents, 51, 54, and then it hit 42, then 43, then 44. It's so cheap at 986. I don't really care. Okay. I don't care if I lose money. If the dividends go up, I have an opportunity on my M1 Finance dividend portfolio to buy more shares of my quarterly dividend stocks, have my quarterly dividend stocks buy more shares of this one, and then just really rack up passive income, and then just hopefully flip it in the next 10 or 15 years. This is a risk stock. Now, I'm a risk taker sometimes with certain stocks. If I can get to 1,000 shares with this, there's a lot of opportunity with this. This is a quarterly dividend one, and I can buy a lot more quarterly dividend stocks, even my monthly dividend stocks. So this is one that is a risk. I would like to compare this one to, if you watched Men in Black, the cricket gun. It's a small one, but it packs a lot of firepower. It can be this, don't get me wrong, this could be a yield trap in the long run. But based on the trends and the law and the stuff with a real estate investment trust, this has to give 90% of what it makes back to us. So again, this is not financial advice for entertainment purposes, only disclaimer in the description. I wanted to do a special video on this one. This is one that I pulled the trigger on and did a lot of research on. I didn't even post a video on it. I wanted to have a special video for you guys. And tomorrow I will post a video on hot dividend stocks to buy, cheap dividend stocks. I do want to do a series on this. But let me know what you think of this real estate investment trust. CXW is a symbol. Again, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the comment section. You guys take care and have a good one.